Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to look at a kind of bad base game build. You might be familiar with Johnny Zest's trailer, which is right here, and I feel like it could use some work. I really want to renovate this today. If we pop inside real quick, you will see that it's just kind of it's ugly. She's ugly. We have some questionable choices, some empty rooms, some just... I want to keep the idea of this build, but I want to fix it up and give Johnny a better living situation. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. But first, I wanted to quickly say thank you to today's sponsor, which is Disney PopTown. You can go ahead and download the game for free using the link in my description down below on your mobile device or tablet. And stick with me here because I'm also hosting a giveaway for a pack of your choice from The Sims 4, and I'll have details on how to enter later on. Disney PopTown is a unique game that has something for everybody. It's for puzzlers and builders, collectors and creators. So if you like The Sims 4 and you like building, you're most likely going to like PopTown. Create your own avatar and collect countless costumes to dress up as your favorite Disney and Pixar characters. I'm really loving the Frozen costume collection because I love Olaf and yes please. Also, each costume has its own unique ability, offering a layer of strategy to each round that you play. Complete challenging puzzles so you can earn stars to restore and rebuild Disney and Pixar inspired towns. Each town is based on your favorite Disney and Pixar stories, and you get to explore and customize them all, including Alice in Wonderland, Aladdin, Coco, Toy Story, Frozen, and many more. And exclusively for this video, if you download the game using the link in my description down below, the first 20 people to make the most progress in 1 month will be able to add me as a friend in the game. You can even summon my avatar to help you complete missions once we're friends. There will be more information on that in the description down below. Also, everyone who downloads using my link will receive a $5 pack of 60 rubies and 8 darts. This offer expires exactly 30 days from today, and that's when these gifts will be sent out as well. In addition, that link does act as a creator code, so anything you spend in the game does help to support me. And I believe I mentioned a giveaway as well. If you'd like to be entered for a chance to win a pack of your choice for The Sims 4, all you need to do is download Disney PopTown using the link in my description down below. Get to level 50 in the game, which doesn't take that long at all. Screenshot that and send it to me over on Twitter. My name over there is Miss Gryphi, just like it is here, and you'll be entered to win a pack of your choice. That giveaway is ending on the 12th of June, so make sure you enter soon. And best of luck to everyone. Thank you again to Disney PopTown for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to it. It's renovation time, so I'm starting here by deleting everything on the outside, all of the plants, most of the items, and we're going to be getting rid of this fencing in the front, as well as shrinking down this trailer to make it a more manageable size and also a tiny home. Plus, it did not need to be medium wall height. I like my short wall height, so I, of course, altered this house to be short wall height. I did want to keep the general shape of this and pretty much the same layout as well, other than shrinking it down a little bit. But I did have a bit of a storyline in mind for Johnny's life here. As you may or may not know, Johnny Zest is one of the land grab children who has sort of been disowned and living on his own in Oasis Springs. He wants to be a comedian. He's a little bit of a joke star here, and he's living on his own in a trailer park. And I feel like he just doesn't get enough love. And I wanted to fix up his space because I just think this build is really bad. And I really love building trailers. I love that kind of design. I like tiny spaces. So I wanted to give this build a facelift, but the whole idea behind this, which you will see quickly as we get to the interior, is that my chat and I over on Twitch were thinking that perhaps Johnny's grandmother ended up coming to stay with him because his parents were planning on putting her in some kind of retirement home, and he and her have this really close relationship, and so she didn't want to go there, and so she ended up staying here, and he decided to give up his bedroom to her and have a Murphy bed in the living room for himself. So he is giving up some of his space, but he's getting the companionship and family connection that he doesn't have with his parents, with his grandmother, and also a much nicer inside. They fixed it up really nice. There's some prettier furniture, better outdoor space, and I think it was a win-win all around. And I liked the idea because I haven't given a whole lot of thought to Johnny Zest, and honestly, when I think of him, the first thing I ever think of is how when The Sims 4 first came out, they had his name backwards, so his name was Zest Johnny, and I still think of him that way. So that's the extent of my Johnny Zest knowledge prior to this video, and of course that he's the land grab. So we're outside now. I decided I wanted to keep the general layout of the terrain paint as well and just like fix it up a little bit. I wanted this to still be recognizable as the same lot. So I ended up adding some fencing. There's a basketball hoop. There is some more flowers. And we get some more greenery out here as well. And then one of my favorite additions, which I haven't added yet, but I will be in a little while. And you might have seen it in the thumbnail of this video, which is I got a kiddie pool. For some reason, when I thought of Johnny Zest here out in the desert, I was like, you know what would be really cute for him? A kiddie pool that he can lay down and just relax in. I love that adult Sims, teenagers, anyone can just lounge in those pools, even though they're meant for toddlers to splash around in. I think it's such a cute addition. Here it is right now. And I thought if you're on a low budget and you're in the desert, you can't really install a pool here. So having one of those small above ground pools made a lot of sense. So I really liked that, and I hope you guys do too. And let me know what you think of the little storyline I came upon for Johnny. I think it'd be a fun idea for his grandmother to live here, and I'm excited for you guys to see the inside of this build because I love what I did with it. Like I said, I kept pretty much the same layout. It's slightly smaller than it was before, and he ends up living more so in the living space, which has a Murphy bed. I'm so glad that we have those in the game. Thank you, Tiny Living. But we're still outside now. I just have like a ton of plants I'm adding. We also have a barbecue as well as a picnic bench, you know, your mailbox. There's also some flamingos out here, which I thought were really cute. And then I am framing this area of greenery with some of these rocks as well to get a little bit more, I guess, I don't want to call it decoration, but a little bit more detail to the landscaping, I suppose. And yeah, I think that's the majority of what's on the outside. So I think we should be heading on inside pretty soon. I know I tried putting a lot more greenery out here, but I'm pretty sure I delete most of it in the end. And I might not even have it recorded. Well, I recorded it. I might have cut it out of the video. Yeah, I did. So there was just that little bit of greenery I added, but we are inside now. I decided to keep with the carpet idea and also the layout of this kitchen in general, but I did change out the tiles to be these ones from Bowling Stuff. I still wanted the whole place to feel a little bit outdated, but I wanted it to be slightly less ugly and also cleaner, brighter, happier. So that is what I went for, because the appliances and like the color choices in this build were very strange, and I think we fixed it up a bit. It still looks a little bit outdated, but I think it looks a lot happier and cleaner, but you guys can let me know if you agree. Here is that Murphy bed I end up adding into this space. It ends up being pretty minimally furnished in here as well. I want to address that. I basically only used the money that Johnny Zest had on him, plus whatever I earned back from deleting items on this lot. So let me see. I wrote it down here. This house comes in like on the gallery at 21,049 simoleons. So that's based on the money that Johnny Zest had on him. I think he still ended up with a little bit left. That's why you can see money in the bottom corner kind of, dwindling, because I was trying to do this on a budget as well. And I didn't have any trouble doing so, which was very nice, especially because I was imagining there was another sim living here, but I didn't add money to account for that. So yeah, you'd have to create her though, because I'm pretty sure Johnny Zest's grandmother just does not exist in the game. And I'm kind of thinking it would be maybe, I don't know, would his grandmother be on Nancy's side or Jeffrey's side? Decisions. I don't know which, because I think of Nancy as, obviously a bit of a snob. That's sort of who she is. And Jeffrey seems kind of like a sweeter old guy. And I don't know which one of them would have been. I think it might be Jeffrey's mother. And Nancy was like, we're going to put her in a home. And then Johnny was like, you can come stay here, Grandma. But, you know, if you decide to play in this household, you can definitely come up with whatever you'd like for that. Or you could take Johnny out of the living room and make the bedroom space actually for him and still have the Murphy bed for guests or not have it there at all. Like, options. Lots of options. This was just the storyline that I had in mind when I was building this. I also added this really cute rug in here from Laundry Day. And of course, I had to have a microphone in here so that Johnny could practice. He could practice his comedy skill. I think that's a fun one that I never play with. I never have my Sims be comedians. I guess it's just, I don't know. Maybe it feels a little odd because you just can go perform in bars and stuff. And I don't know, it somehow doesn't feel like a real career. So that might be why. Which it is in real life, but in The Sims, it feels like not quite there, and I don't know why that is. I would like to have something more along those lines. I guess that could maybe tie in with like a singing career or bands or something if we ever get those in the game. I'm not sure. But do you guys agree? Do you know what I mean? Where it doesn't quite feel like a fleshed out thing you can do in The Sims, even though it is a fleshed out thing you can do in real life, being a comedian. I don't know. I could just be rambling at you. I tend to do that a lot. That's kind of what these voiceovers tend to be. I just spill whatever is on my mind as I show you things that I built. Speaking of which, I know in this voiceover in this video, I went on the assumption that Johnny Zest is the child of Nancy and Jeffrey Landgrab, but I don't think it was ever confirmed anywhere how he's related to the Landgrab. So in theory, he could be one of their siblings or an aunt or an uncle of someone or a cousin or what have you. But for the purpose of this renovation, I was assuming that he was the child because I don't think it's confirmed anywhere. I was trying to do a little bit of research on it and I don't know. How do you think he is related to the Landgrabs? Do let me know in the comments. Also, if you can hear my cat screaming in the background, that is indeed my cat screaming in the background. He's kind of the worst sometimes, but I love him anyway. I think that sums up cats. Oh yeah, there's a cat in this house. And it's screenshot time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye everybody.